This is just the crack of dawn. We have a cosmic calendar that is unfolding our inner evolutionary process. And that's where the human being comes in, as we are having an experience that, I don't know if the word coagulate is right to use right now, because it's like it could be just pure word salad after a while, right? But it's kind of enmeshing and it's becoming aware of itself within and without. And a woman can understand what I'm saying, but then again, I am surprised. See, I don't get along with a lot of women, but my mom was fucking amazing. I got along with my mom not because she was my mother, but because she was a good friend. She was a good friend to a lot of people who were capable of receiving, in fact, what a good friend is here for us to do. You know, a good friend, I talked about it, and I guess it's time to talk about it. Why? Well, by the end of January, let alone because Pluto is like there for the next 20 years, Aquarius is in the house of the 11th house. If you have a natural placement like I do, from Aries, first house, all the way to the 11th is the 11th sign. 11th house is Aquarius. It rules the house of friends. That's your social gathering network, how you grew vibrationally. You know, with anything, it's what you share between each other, what you bring to the table, and are able to, like, from dusk to dawn, celebrate and clink cups. Or in your playing cards, it's the hearts. I guess, yes, the hearts. So, isn't that a great organization? See, of course, but see, there's only one of those. I say, technically, if you want to know the truth, babes, this is the holy gospel kind of thing. It's like, don't worry, it's there already. You don't have to make effort to create any of this. It's already there, all of it. Nothing new under the sun. If you want to travel interstellarly, we're pretty sure it's already achieved. Teleportation, why do you think that there's a major war always happening in the East? It's because that's where the old knowledge is kept all the time, and something wants to rob it from the older cultures, the aboriginal presences that hold the ancient wisdom that says about our origins, the nature of reality, how it really is, as in fact, as kind of like like our synthesis, babes. We wouldn't have the synthesized version of technology that we do today, like what you see as a screen, unless they knew the nature of the technology that you are as a PC yourself, and that you have programmers that live in outer space, is the best way to say it, because they're there, and you're in a soup of information that is far from what you think. As far as, okay, so information, when you hear it, you're thinking of getting it from reading and stuff. And no, you have to silence your mind, and then you start to get what's really actually informative. But it's not really information. See, you should know your words better. And this is where I come in. It's going to take a while, and it's so important that somebody like me is breadcrumbed just a little bit by not the enemy. Doesn't matter how much money you get from the enemy, you're fucked. Yep, and that's just the way it is. If you're getting support and money from your friends, bingo. And doesn't it make sense? See, people can accuse you of being a narcissist because all you want is a transactive relationship. And it's like, no, it's a big, of course, babes, in this here mecca where people don't know where they are. By the way, if you have a financial institution, it's a big, of course. Pardon me while I go and get my cat, Gay Gray. Great Gray is at the door, and pardon me while I'm in my bikini bra. So now you're going to give me money just because I showed my belly button. Come on, Gay Gray, Gay Gray, Gay Gray. Whoops, look, he's not there. Anyway, talking about the belly button, I don't know. I feel like Madonna at this point. And boy, can you imagine that? It's not that bad, Shauna. Keep talking, please. Do something for us. What are you going to do for us now that you showed us our belly button? I can't do anything. No, but sometimes you got to flash a belly button to sell anything. You can sell a damn turd. Just put a belly button on it like that, or whatever, a sex symbol. You believe anything I say, right? Thank God I'll be here probably, hopefully it's another 20 years. I don't know, but at least I feel like I'm kind of wrapping it up. I'm like, eat and drink with me now, bitches. I don't know what the fuck. I don't care what you're looking at in your head. I really don't. I know where I am. It doesn't matter to me what you think I am in accordance to what you're looking at through this particular medium here. There's still a chance that people can really get to know who I really am by just coming to my door and having a cup of tea with me. But of course, I'm going to be upfront. There's a lot of things that won't be new. You'd say, well, you said that in your damn film. It's like, yeah, no, I'm in. There is a situation where I need help here. I'm kind of isolated. I'm being attacked. It seems like it's a great opportunity, but I'm here to say I'm not an isolated incident. There's a global population is realizing this. They'll stand in line at the marketplace, paying the extra tax money for who fucking knows why the shit is poisoned, but you're still working for it. Some of them will say, well, it's such a shame, isn't it? A lot of them are women who sound like this, by the way. It's such a shame, planet Earth, this realm and everything, all of it. I even had kids into it, that it's a perfect opportunity here that it's just being destroyed. It's being missed, and here's your money and have a nice day. That's the extent of the conversation I've heard so far in my personal life. I'm like, does anybody actually start expanding? Like, do they just take the time? It's not just at the produce section where they stop and say, isn't it fucking miserable? This fucking banana right here? Why are we experiencing this? Basically, you want to get to the point where you just back away. It's okay not to solve all these problems, but ask yourself every once in a while, you fucking people living obliviously and absolutely ruining a perfect opportunity here. If it was just to have great comedians in the future in your fucking town, you're thumbing them down if they were coupled with being a musician or whatever the hell you think you need. Is that really a fucking threat to your fat ass? Comment section down below if you can. For the rest of us who don't take me so personally, that you know that I have a right to my comedy, my fucking expression, and I'm not hurting anybody. What hurts is the reaction that comes back at you because, well, there's something called triggering. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. And some people, confident and fed up as hell. We're supposed to be quiet and support all of this sick shit happening on account that we're just strong and don't worry, we're being strong. Excuse me, but no. Because here's what's happening, babes, to your healers, to your real life people that can solve problems, that are holding up cures and healing. First of all, a lot of them are being offed, right? They're being disenfranchised before they even die. That's the truth. Since 5 years, fucking hey, we saw something happen in there. And how many people jumped on that bandwagon? Here's the message from the benevolence who caused that fucking thing to go down and made people get an injection. Here's the suggestion is be resilient, kids. No, you have to become like kids. Don't take any of this seriously. None of this is yours. Be happy. Ignore. You have to be resilient because you're about to see a transformation of the population. First of all, you're going to see a lot of disease and death. Just keep playing. It's a beautiful day. Be resilient. And if this mode of operations work, which is an attempt to give you your sovereign chance to start to communicate something, get on the same page by resonating, causing resonation through communications, where you dare have a feeling that not only does it piss you off and it's very difficult at first, the truth sets you free. It just takes a while. See, a lot of people just, they quite frankly just, they don't like pain. They don't like any pain or discomfort. But see, there's a good pain and a bad pain. A lot of times a woman will talk about that. Some women, they don't even have pain when they have a child. If it's natural childbirth, There isn't. See, but babes, if you're here because of the narcissism videos, those people, those entities that you can be in contact with, and then you have to make no contact with them. Here's why you have to make literal no contact with them. They make you physically ill. They cause you inflammation. They make you feel like that you're getting older like really quick, right? They do. They will. They will. They will put years on you in no time, because you're doing a lot there. You're having you know there's nobody there, so you're like it's all on you, babe. You know what I mean? So you got to get away from it. I mean, if you have become codependent on a very toxic person, there's people that are in contact right now with me and they're helping me financially. And I'm like, damn, man, I wish this wasn't happening, that I didn't have my shit together like this. See, I would love to tell you, though, and I'll tell you personally, Kim Cast. I have your email, and if you don't mind me talking to you, it might be a bit much, but see, it would be like that you're my therapist. You're paying me to tell you something. That's the way it should really be. It shouldn't be hush money to where now that now that you're all fucked up and you're getting to the wire and you want to save your relationship or something, you have to pay to hear something that you can't hear from your fucking partner. First of all, they're probably not even knowing that, you know what, you get together to you're going to kind of work things out. You're going to strip each other of that subconscious programming. One of them's going to say, especially the woman, she's going to say, excuse me, I am so not your mother. Yeah. I'm not mistaking you as another person. Most likely they won't be if they are an alive, sovereign soul. Both men and women have that capability of not mistaking anybody for anything but what they are in this very moment, like say what they can experience. The only place is now. And I hope that you have the kind of mind that can fucking remember like patterning and vibrational frequency, because it's kind of tricky, because every time you meet, it doesn't matter where you are, you're going to start logging into something. Now, what is it that you're logging in? This is a really good question. See, is it both positive and negative charges? It should be a yes. But some people have the capability of only seeing positive things. And I say, what a hazard that is. And then some people are only capable of seeing just the negative things. And what a toxic hazard that really is. Once you find that out, that these people are scanning you, and they won't even become alive like energetically unless you're displaying not only that you're vulnerable and need help, but like say that, well, see, they're not going to help you. They can't. Right? And nobody can. Really, who can? How could you help people here, babes? Monetarily, how are you going to do it? It's amazing when I get a donation from my friend Kim Cass. Basically, what she is a really good friend. That's what I know. Is this the same movie I'm trying to tell you about? Well, isn't it like a big of course that they say keep it in the family, and that right there, that's a game. Family, babes, that's mafia. See, there isn't a higher role than becoming a friend to one another. And yeah, even your brother, your sister, your uncle, your aunt, your mother, your father, a priest, a doctor, a lawyer, can become simply a good friend. Yep. And that's the highest possible role that you can become to one another. And I would love to take more time if I get another like positive donation into this kind of thing, because this is who I really am. I'm somebody who's like this ridiculous. You know, that's why I don't have any friends. It's because basically I'm not like the average population who has been stomped down. They are fucking practicing something so dangerous that I'm saying, you know what, there's got to be a way that we create a protection system. And I'm saying, of course, they're offering it here through communications, but what the fuck are you guys going to do? You guys are going to open up a channel and have a blank on there and say nothing? Man, oh man, you people are like we kind of listen to when you clap, right? Like there's that saying is like, see, an empath knows what I mean. That see, a narcissist doesn't know the double life that they're displaying and that we have to deal with. But it's a dynamic, babes. It's happening. It's like, look, welcome to the world, and like, look how it functions. And oh my God, it's so gross right now. Whew. Have you been able to just lighten your load basically psychologically to say, you know what, I got to click out of all of this and go back to reality, which is my God, the only single available God, which is this moment now. If you're watching this, you have access to it. Just wave your hands in the air. Just wave them like you just don't care. If you believe that the sky is future, just fucking sing, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, and make Satan hate you because you do this. It's just like, oh my God, it's just pure bliss when you get rid of that fucking thinker up there that thinks that it's got to be something a certain way, but clear the air. Make sure you get shit off your chest. Say, excuse me, but that hinders my ability to have a healthy body, and now you want to make my life miserable because you don't understand something that at the very least, shouldn't you keep sanctuary? Now I say, fuck yes. And why is it so difficult? For some people like me, you, could be that Kim Katz, know what I mean? By the way, of course, I would love that Zoila, whatever you talked about, this that dietary supplement that gets rid of toxins like metals and stuff. We all have a journey of daring to alter ourselves, not like what people that are not happy with themselves do, but what people do when they're not happy with the inserted stuff that they had no choice but to get inserted with. They were victimized by, if they got vaccines when they were young, if they kept getting a flu vaccine until they got sick one day. See, that's what happened to my grandmother. Is she stopped getting the flu vaccine because it made her really sick. Eventually, you just realize, no, this is not helping me. Not really. No, you're better off going and licking a toilet stool at peak hours on Friday night at the bar. Lick the floor right under the toilet. And if you wake up without a single sign that you couldn't handle it, that you got sick, pardon me while I get my cat, then you don't have a problem. That's your dose right there. You're fine. Do it once a year. You have to. Go up and lick the doorknob of the post office handle. Did you know that they took away the post office? Well, see, all of your government knobs, for some reason, they were all copper. See, there was an intent. It used to be that there was an intention that kind of exposed itself to the public and said, we care for you and we want to make you strong. Well, they wanted slaves. They wanted strong slaves back then. In fact, in the 1800s, like early 1800s, there were museums, elaborate museums that held incubators that held little babies in them. They, in fact, incubated like thousands of workers. How do you think, like, cities like New York was built and stuff like that? Okay, um, you can look it up. You can find some obscure pictures and even material. That's what this is for. You know, it's offering you a look into something that your brain might not be able to handle it. Well, that's too bad. Go sit over there and enjoy your psychotic drug. You know, some people can't handle the truth. You know, like fucking Jack Nicholson said. And how do you like my Jack Nicholson imitation? See, what you do is you raise one eyebrow and then the other eyebrow. There you go. The Shining. Looky here, we're doing a little therapy. Oh, so sweet. Oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Be nice. Hey, be nice to her. She's okay, she's okay. Diddle, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Be nice. Um, See, what happened is she's injured, and I don't know what the injury came from. But I kind of think I know. She's kind of wild, you know. She kind of fucking really flails and stuff. And see, I think Gray Gray is actually good for her, and she wants the affection. She's very affectionate, but she got injured, and now she can escalate and get phobic and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm very aware of that. So, and the thing is, Dave, the more deeply you communicate into your animals and plants, you can't go deep enough. You will not find a limit to the depth that you can achieve in communications. And we are so getting back to how blocked off we are because of not only do you drink alcohol, do you smoke weed, do you smoke cigarettes, stuff like that, but the stuff you're eating, the metal induction and stuff, we are so closed off to our who we will how it really can be, and we really are. There, but what little does come in from whatever luck that we're experiencing, some avenue of discipline that happens, say that we didn't do something so much, that we escaped such damages that we get a tiny glimpse of how really it should be. That's all it takes. Really, it is. That's all it takes for somebody like me to try and put up. No try at all, babes. I sometimes I think, well, I got to stop doing this, but the truth is no. I have kind of stopped a lot of stuff that I truly am my joy. There's oppressors around me that are like, yay, give us some credit for having stamped out your light and everything you are, because boy, let me tell you right now, who doesn't like me? Satan, the satanically possessed, they're flying monkeys. They just do not like me. They're right about now, they're frightened, and I'm like, I know that. See, you'd come up with the excuse that I'm a tyrant, that I'm mean, and it's like, no, that was the time when I needed help, and I just didn't know how to ask, and I was testing your ability to be able to handle an animal, and you can't do it. No, basically, it's an animal thing. When an Aries is hurting and needs help, they're not very nice. That's like your baby. Did you ever have a baby yet? If not, don't have a baby unless you know this fact that that's what rules. That's who the Aries is, by the way. They're the baby of the zodiac, the firstborn, the I am. If you want to talk about baby Christ, that's the real one. I mean, really. Um, and it's the first of the evolutionary process where you're going to wake up and say, what you're doing is you're feeling with your emotions, your entire body. You have a response system that saves you in an instant. You don't lie to yourself. You're like, ah, and you start functioning. That's what a baby does. Do you set that baby in the corner when it starts to cry and get red faced and there's something wrong and it's getting angry? Shame on you people. Don't you can, and by the way, you can't do that. You're going to see a society uprising in such a way that the tables will turn. It's called tables turning because, of course, see, a lot of people say, oh, them narcissists, they're up and doing this kind of thing and showing us they talk such but they're so poor and they don't do anything and they're still beating us. And it's like, well, guess what? No shit. Because, babes, you wouldn't be able to fucking handle goddamn shit. Until you go through it, you become like us, you become strong, or you just fucking fall flat and become one of you fucking pathetic kind of people that don't know how to be here with anything. Not really. Especially not with people who, okay, so if you really look at it, like, okay, all of these people that people admire, no, you've seen it plenty of times, how successful somebody can be with just their personal life. Like, the main one that comes up, my cat in the background taking an exploration. That cat can jump high, and it's like, okay, this is a real cat here. And I like it because it taught my little girl how to do things. She now knows how to climb a tree. It's amazing. So she was a slow learner. Anyway, talk about slow learners. These people that have been through such abuse that the singer to the song, what's that guy's name? Sorry, the "We Are the Champions" song. We are the champions, my friend. He was such a good singer. He was such a good performer. He's an idol, and I don't care about his sexual orientation. In fact, I commend him because he's up front and open. He's like, babes, I don't have to worry about satisfying a woman. I just go over here and stay with the clan of men. And if I have any interest, I don't know if he has children. But that woman there, how lucky is she? As long as they're practicing love, babes. And you can't say that, babes, sometimes, Sorry, this is a hell of a subject matter. Minute 25. Do I want to talk to us about and get all hung up on the cross over there? Because some people are really hurt, right? They're hurt, and that's why they have ended up kind of extreme. Now, the ones that people seem to not appreciate the most are the ones that says they're all over it. Like they're just like, oh God, and you can be so extreme, but I don't care, man, because I love you and God forgives you and just I'm waiting for you. I mean, how else is gonna happen? Like I could put my sign up and sit on my chair in the front on the corner and say, have you surrendered to Jesus Christ or something like that? And I don't really care how crazy you think I am, and I don't care how crazy you actually are. We're all in prison here, the same fucking captors, the financial system over there, and nobody's being. If you want to talk about men and women, nah, no, that's far from the natural order of things. We are still trying to kind of look into it, and some things are becoming obvious for some of us. For some of us, like me, in about 3 to 6 months, we're gonna just go did it, did beep. That's just exactly what's happening here, folks. A fucking 5-year-old can say, confirm. Yeah, I thought it was weird, and I could just see it. Yeah, yeah, I could see that because I had questions. But no, it takes a hell of a conviction, a crimeless conviction, by the way. But you will be convicted, by the way, just for being here. You're like, shame on you for reaching that state of knowing that you should say something, especially in the West. In the East, it's not so bad. It's not at all. This is where you get all of these mystical. Sorry, I thought I heard another cat at the door. There is another cat that's coming around, and I'm loving that all of these cats have gravitated because I prayed to God, and I'm here to tell you that praying for the things that you want in life, you're not going to get it unless you just say, hey, okay, please, if this belongs to me and I need it, and there's some way that I can balance this out, I give it to you, please. What can I do for you? And usually God, all that God wants of you, or Jesus, whatever you think it is, the universe, will you please eat correctly, get plenty of sleep, get plenty of exercise, and say yes, thank you, make space, make space. Pretend like it's already coming. Be ready, be ready. Be ready to be ready. That's what you're doing when you get up in the morning and you do your favorite thing. For me, it's just, I make my best pieces of material here that a lot of times I go back and it's just so much more, it informs me. See, it's my higher self, it's channeling. And then my lower self by 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to tell you this poem that I will, by the time it's 10 years from now, and if I'm allowed to keep just rambling away like this, no, I will get somewhere. See, you don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm not going to tell you. It's still, well, this is barely December 30th. Now this year, 2025, there's like barely 24 hours left. Well, there's actually 48 hours left to the whole year. But it's, to me, it feels like the whole year all over again, kind of. To some people, we're experiencing a kind of rubber band snap that's going to go like this. It's not going to let up on the strangest feeling, and I would say there's even a tension, like tension happening. Like we are wondering, oh, something horrible is going to happen, and you bet it is. Yep, we anticipate that 2006. Not only is it a chance for the organism to wake up, see, a whole generation, mine, the Libra generation, is going to start rising up and generating, illuminating through the mind, which is the natural process of evolution that should be happening. See, we tell each other stories, we play music, we do art. Music is going to be a big thing, but the true nature of mysticism that's going to arrive through the authentic of what is here, just how it is. See, there's something that tries to keep blocking it, but we're going to keep talking about that too. Like, no, you can't keep blocking this process anymore. You can't. We know that you're a bunch of degenerators. You want degenerates when there is a generation happening. Now let's talk about our words. Can you understand the meaning of generation and how important it is that we we understand who we are, and I'm turning back to women. I'm not scolding you, but if you haven't had kids yet, you might want to hold back just a little bit. It's a myth that you should have kids early. In fact, you should wait and get a little wise. I think that the more years that you can stretch in between the time that another child is born and your birth, the more mature you get, the more less apt that you're just not going to be that stupid. You're not going to compete with that child. You're going to allow it its space, and you're going to have a much more mature outlook on it. Babes, my mother had me when she was 29, or I think she was 30, 31. Her story is very unique. She had my brother first, and then when she was 29 is when she had her first kid, and then later she had. Oh no! Maybe I. No, she was older. Pardon me while I have to tell you this. When you start when you're trying to tell the truth and trying to say it doesn't matter how. See, say it through how you're going to start to shake and bake, and just keep saying, just say it. Okay, get your point across, get it off your chest, and go to sleep. Um, I've seen in my life, one of my best friends that means so much to me. When I first moved up here, got me my first job, and I worked there for so long. Very helpful. And she was just a really good friend of mine, like a road dog. You know, we had our guitars and drove around and sang together. I don't know, it was just fun. Now we were young, right? I met her when I was 16, and she was born to a mother who was declared that she couldn't have kids, but she was 45 by the time she had a kid. They adopted kids, you know, and but it happened, you know. So but here's the thing: is that if God and if it's meant for you to have kids, you will have kids. See, you're not really controlling that. You're not really controlling it. No, it proves a lot of people get proved that. See, if it's meant for you, it will happen. If it's meant for you that you experience your like a stillborn or yeah, a death right at its birth and stuff like that. Maybe. See, oh God, I hate to tell you, but shit is happening for women if they start putting full trust in the fake medical system over there. First of all, number one, you do not put women on their back when they're giving birth to a kid. They won't naturally, if it's a natural woman who is a little bit more sovereign and not operating through fear and just relying on that system and medications and stuff, who knows better, who is strong, who is really a righteous, alive woman, they do not have children lying on their back. They don't give birth to children lying on their back. There's a thing that you can look up. It's the most interesting study. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but this is very important. We need to keep radiating this kind of stuff as a generational value. Hi, you want out, sweetie? She said yes. Are you okay, babe? Don't be abusing my cat. I know that you're a big boss and you go in and out and everything, and you're really great. But my cat right now, she hurt her tail. But see, cats do that, right? They kind of play rough. I know because God, sorry about how skinny I am right now. It's at the end of the month, and the this world does not treat life very well. You know that, right? It's asking for each and everybody person's help. If it's an animal or a flower, Edgar Casey says there's going to be a time when those things, your domestic animals in particularly, will have more human qualities than the owners and the humans themselves. But what he means is that they're just going to have what's happening is that the so-called human population, they're losing human qualities that the animal has, which is just like basic like telepathy and empathy, the ability to feel a true vibe. See, to be a non-human entity means that you don't care what the vibe is. In fact, you're the vibe there that you you want control. You try to take control, and you like that you ruin some. You're a killjoy. That's the power that you get, babes. You're possessed by Satan. There's a little saying about how to identify. It's like, well, their up is our down. Yeah, literally, you will experience this if your narcissist will show you that if if you're really trying to make an escape from these fucking people, who want control of every living soul, it seems. In a relationship with them, right, they're highly controlling. Don't let it happen. Just if you're a natural person and healthy, you're like, get out of here. I know what it is to be a real person to people, and you don't treat people that way. They just don't even know how to be a good friend. They are incapable of being a good friend. That's why it's important that you start just differentiating that. So, with narcissists, sorry, I lost my place. There was something really important I wanted to say here, but just thank you for your energetic support. If anything, I know that I see something pretty impossible, and you have a profound responsibility to start communicating your side of the story, and no matter how difficult it seems it is, do it here. If you don't, that's fine. Some really potent people are going to rise up and do it for you. But, babes, can you please send us an avocado sandwich or something? Don't just sit there and think that somebody else does it for you, babe. No, that's the mistake that Christians are doing, and that's stupid. I mean, I respect that story. It's just a story, though. It's just a story. The story of Christ Jesus. But see, when you look at it, though, see, it's a story of people that are awakening. The Christo, I made a fucking video of that it happens, that you start to see something, babes, and if you're, it's weird, it's like if you're really lucky, which, no, according to the world, it's the worst thing to happen, babes. There's a Christian society that says, fuck you, they actually killed Christ. They said, no, don't talk about our system of big babies that need control over every living soul. Having said that, watch this video. If I actually posted the damn video, send me a coffee. My Venmo and everything is on my description box here. It's kind of I should probably just change up my description box. But see, because some of the words, it's like nobody likes the word enlightenment or love or God, and it's like, too bad. I don't know. Break it down. What's in the word enlightenment? Light. But notice the E in the middle, in the beginning. Right away, you're getting a charge of energy right there. You better put that E up and say E. E means energy or I. If you know what the real word in the word energy, because there's an R there, you can reverse it. Meaning that you can jumble up the words and find that bird in that word. The word I is there. Yeah. Yeah. But see, it's not so much if you don't see an R there. If you don't see an R there, you cannot apply that rule. But still, look for a bird in the word, like the word sheep. Babes, we're going to have to do this. If you're sleeping, you don't notice, but you're already sleeping. What you need to do is turn it into seeing. Right? And the word sleeping is seeing. Right? That's all you're doing is like you're looking into something and you see it. Right? And all you're doing is witnessing it. You're like, huh. And you're also witnessing you going to sleep and waking up in the morning, your morning, on top of that sleep. That's a master for you. That's a meditator. We are doing what is called lucid dreaming. When we dream, we are understanding our dreams from a point of view of like, first of all, a lot is going on there. It's not what you think. It's not just madness releasing. We're doing something else than dreaming there. See, people go to sleep to dream. They are pacifying the mind. The mind says, I have a desire for that woman or that bag of money or that pizza. And you go to sleep, and lo and behold, you dream about it, that you have it. You got it right there, or what happened? Were you able to fulfill yourself? What went on? Yeah, and sometimes you're glad it's a dream, right? You wake up and go, God, that wasn't fair. Uh, so you want to get a hold of that. You want to get past that. You want to become a lucid dreamer. You're not doing madness anymore. Otherwise, it's just madness. Yeah, it is. It's madness releasing. You don't understand something about the mind and this world and stuff, and then you go to sleep and you release the desire for it all. That it just needs to get over it, but so it will never have that thing, right? But it can dream about it. See, the master, we get over that illusion, the Maya of like attachment to things. Uh, you know, Yeah, believe it or not, it's like, I kind of believe that I don't need a motorcycle in my life. Like, I don't need to meet another motorcyclist that says, all you want is somebody that can take you out and show you the world and on a motorcycle. I'd be like, yeah, but also, but not just that. No, no, sorry. I need a magic. If it's people that I need, that's never going to happen. I have to figure out how to do this. And I appreciate your support during the time of me being trashed completely, where I have to pick my independent self up. See, I'm trying to be independent on top of being independent. Babe, there's a part of the organism that says that we have a right to ask for help, and also we have a right to a healthy fucking relationship, babe. Fuck this dysfunctional fucking relating thing that's going on that isn't love. It's dysfunctional. Yeah, you can't call it dysfunctional if it's love. Just your dysfunction, or you have found love. First of all, you found it within yourself, and now it's mirroring in another person. Can you heal each other? See, you'll find a fake there that gets triggered and runs away when it's time to actually face the waves and say, what is going on with you? Right, yeah. Why do you think I'm that way? What is it? And start communicating, and you have to do it right away, or else shit just piles on. It's a big mountain. And how the fuck are you going to get to each other? But now somebody is controlled by this mountain of shit. I don't know. Somebody is being a burden to somebody, right? Sound familiar? Get out of it. Get away from thinking that that's real love. It's not. But see, we have a system, the monetary system, that holds people captive in such a way that, okay, right now I hear my neighbor leaving, and I worry about that person's health and the people that they're associated with. It's kind of selfish what they're doing. And it's terrible for them. When are they going to wake up to their real life? Like, why aren't I able to talk to these people on a daily basis in my neighborhood? See, I don't want to go there they own a shop up here, and I hate to say it, but I avoid going there, especially now, because I want to talk about something. And because I think that they practice silence, which is like, you're practicing fucking darkness, babes. Yes, you are. And only a fucking narcissist can do that. And here's another saying I want to say to them, if they're listening, and they're my neighbors. Only a narcissist, you abused people. We feel sorry for you, by the way. We know that you're not perfect, but you think you are. No, you're the least perfect. That you brag about you're working for Satan over there that does not give you your real life. And what is your karma? What you're doing, babes, to not even feel the karma is you're turning off all your feelings, and you're becoming this energy that is just shutting down the evolution of the evolutionary process. People around you, it doesn't even matter if you have kids, like I was trying to tell you, God will take them away and say, excuse me, but you are not paying attention, and I will try to make you pay attention. And a lot of things, a lot of times a narcissist is stunned when their kid dies or their spouse dies. They get hung up on that death really quick. You'll never hear about who those people were. You'll hear about the death and how they feel like they've lost. And it is so selfish. Even still, they won't be cured with the proof that God will take it away from them just as easily as He gave it to them, capital H, is in full control. See, but they don't obey that. They force themselves until disease onsets to do the patterning that they're doing. Now, if you were aware of where you were, in fact, that you are working for an imprisonment system, I'm telling you, babes, that you're not awake yet. So you're not really in the school of awakening. You're in the school of darkening, kind of a thing, the opposite. So you think that it is suffice to do a single solitary job as just fucking with the hardware store or a marketplace or anything like that. Nobody should be experiencing a life imprisoned to just one thing, to where they just get kind of like stuck, and they don't really have a life to them because they're just a hollow shell, and the system is saying, now you do it like this, and you do it like this, and you do it like this. We take this light bulb away, we put that light bulb now, and it doesn't matter. You better learn it, or you're stupid. And they're like, yeah, sure. And then fucking life is passing by. Shit is happening that they need to pay attention to, and they can't. Well, is there a woman in their life? I hope so, but she's at home doing what? I'm wondering about these people. But it's the world condensed where I live. I call it the world condensed. No, this is the condition, this is normal, Shamna. No, not in a place where, in fact, if you knew where you were, then you circulate your jobs. And you include people. Fuck, if somebody wants like to do your yard, you don't just hire these people that look like they're fit to do it, because what they're doing is like, do you even like those people? Do you keep it in the family? I was trying to tell you about that. No, the family is your gang. Is a gang. You want to keep it in the friends. And whoever's capable of being a good friend, babes, is the people that have reliable faculties. They're using their eyes to see. They use their ears to hear, and they bother to cultivate a good feeling, because it sucks to be fucking miserable. It's not right to have a life here that's no fun. No, it isn't. Now, if you're a woman, you know what I mean. If you're a woman like me, you know that there's this. It's like you have to watch out for these people that are trying to take away your feel good. In fact, if you're a woman like me, you have done measures like regarding your health that says, no, I don't want to not feel good. This is not making me feel good. And then you stopped and you started doing certain things, and now you kind of doctored up and you're realizing, oh yeah, this is what I need to do. Isn't that weird that you have to fucking struggle for your goddamn feel good like that? And that, okay, so now, do you have a man in your house that gives a fuck? I'm sorry, I'm just kind of being upfront. Do you notice? You're lucky if you have a sensitive man who says, holy shit, this water smells a lot like chlorine. I'm not going to drink this one. Do you want me to go get we should start filtering our water, dear. Even if it comes out of the ground, are you filtering it? Are you doing something? And do you know that water, do you know that they tell us to drink too much water? You're not supposed to drink that much water. Fucking how many liters? Oh my God. No, somebody's trying to drown you then and rinse you out. Make sure you're getting electrolytes and that you're not peeing black or something. Anyway, hey, thanks for listening to all this. I'm supposed to post this, and if I do, hit like and subscribe, because I've been through something lately that's designed to fucking knock my confidence, and not just the last 4 years. That's kind of like why I got on this thing, because I noticed it's like, oh wait a minute, the society is rising up against people that have something to offer, whether it's just their vibration that is different, like it's different than the black and white. See, I have a fucking issue with those kinds of people that now they're most likely they have a big fucking TV screen and they're keeping up with the movies and stuff. And see, they're letting their imagination go to that rainbow scene there, but they don't like anybody like me in real life. They don't like real life, which it's definitely way more less black and white than that shit. It's way more colorful than that shit. So just unlimit yourself every once in a while. Unplug every once in a while. Get real, babes. Use more color. We are suffering around you black and white people that you want us cookie cut into your fucking misery. In fact, we will not do it. Say no to the degenerational value. The fucking system has programmed it. It's kind of a hit and miss. Did it work? Now, in the 60s, what was happening, there was supposed to be a movement of love and stuff, but boy, was that hijacked. It is being it can be hijacked this time. It will be. See, what's supposed to happen is that the Libra generation, we wake up and we say, you better start dancing and you better start singing. And hey, how dare you? No, and you start talking too. You do it in the name of love. You talk about love. Sorry about that. You talk about love a lot. You'd be like John Lennon. John Lennon was a famous Libra. And see, just my generation is going to be more elaborate. I say, fucking John Lennon forgot to tell us what peace actually was. These are just words, and he just... First of all, nobody likes peace. Everybody thinks it's boring, like there's nothing going on. No, there's a lot going on. Peace means that you see everything that's going on, and you're just like, Man, how interesting how peace allows all of that. What's peace? Reality. Reality is peace. I love that. See, I've been kind of pushing reality for the past 12 years or 13 that I've been on Facebook. I was like, uh-oh, I see what I got to do here. And I just kept doing it. I kept asking, what is reality? And then by the time fucking COVID-19 came up, that basically they're intercepting your birthright to know what outer space is like when you get into your spacesuit. Couldn't be. Then who? Karen. Karen stole the cookies from the cookie jar. Who, me? Yes, you. Couldn't be. Then who? Jerk over there. Jerk stole the cookies from the cookie jar. Who, me? Yes, you. Couldn't be. Then who? My dad! What's your dad's name? Mark! Mark stole the cookies from the cookie jar. Who, me? Yes, you. Couldn't be. Then who? Little Billy. Billy stole the cookies from the cookie jar. Who, me? Yes, you. Couldn't be. Then who? My Aunt Sally. Sally stole the cookies from... Sorry, did I just go mad? No. Some people think that that's what the truth is like. That's it. Like, oh no, they're going to find out what the truth is. Oh, fuck. I just got to say I didn't do it. Fuck it. Didn't do what? Forget to fucking take your own birthright and just feel good? And lay off the cookies, babe. Holy fuck. In the morning? Right at the courtroom over there, right before... Oh, goddamn. At least eat an orange or an apple or... I don't know.